Hi, my name's Ilma. Welcome to my channel. And today I'd like to share my devotional. I've been posting it every day for 9 years now. And today I'd like to read 1 Timothy 1 verses 18 to 20. And here's the word of God. This command I entrust to you, Timothy, my son, in accordance with the prophecies previously made concerning you, that by them you fight the good fight, keeping faith and a good conscience, which some have rejected and suffered shipwreck in regard to their faith. Among these are Hymenaeus and Alexander, whom I have handed over to Satan, so that they will be taught not to blaspheme. 1 Timothy 1, verses 18 to 20. And here's the word of God, and here's my devotional. Fight the good fight. According to Jeff Benner, an ancient Hebrew researcher, the word command as well as commandment are used to translate the Hebrew word mits'vah, but does not properly convey the meaning of mits'vah. The word command implies words of force or power as a general commands his troops. The word mits'vah is better understood as a directive. In this light, the word command used by Paul to Timothy in this letter would probably mean more like a directive to his protégé or son in the faith. Paul mentions that there were prophetic words spoken to Timothy even before he was given such ministry. This letter to Timothy is to safeguard that he fights the good fight. The term fight here does not mean to engage in a physical battle, but more in a spiritual one. Paul mentions the weapons he needs to use in this spiritual battle in verse 19, keeping the faith and a good conscience. Paul must be referring also to his letter to the Ephesians with regards to this battle. In Ephesians 6:12, Paul says, "For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places." In his second letter to the Corinthians in chapter 2 verse 4, Paul mentions about weapons of spiritual warfare and says that we use God's mighty weapons, not worldly weapons, to knock down the strongholds of human reasoning and to destroy false arguments. So what he is really charging Timothy here is to fight this spiritual battle with his faith intact and never wavering, which opens doors to be shipwrecked in their trust in the Lord. Good conscience is also mentioned as one of the weapons. In other words, if one is to be a good soldier of Christ, he must live a pure life, not mixed with the world system. Hymenaeus and Alexander were mentioned as examples of those whose faith were shipwrecked. The phrase handed over to Satan must mean they have been removed from the body of believers and left over to follow the world's ways, which is ruled by Satan himself. I don't think Paul punished them, but separated them from the believers. Reflection. Why is every believer to continue to fight the good fight no matter what comes? Because that's what we're asked to do as a soldier. When you're a soldier, you don't walk away because you just are scared of the battle, but you fight it until you die. You give your life for the cause. And it's the same thing. And when we follow Jesus Christ, we are expected to count the cost. Are we willing to give up everything for Him? Are we willing to carry our cross? Are we willing to sacrifice? Are we willing to serve? So these things are what fighting a good fight means, and to ensure that we stay in holiness, because God is holy. In other words, we stay pure. We don't involve ourselves and be corrupted by the world system or the world itself. So I encourage you to fight the good fight and make sure that you ensure that you are doing what every good soldier needs to do, to wear your armor, which is also in Ephesians, it says that, to wear your armor, the righteousness of God, and the breastplate of salvation and all that stuff. So Have a good day, and I wish you subscribe to my channel on YouTube video so I could make more videos for the Lord. And I hope that you can check my website at ilma'arts.com for artworks, photographs, and a copy of this blog. Thanks for watching.